What I'm going to make today is just a basic cross. Your measurements, it's a piece of 1/2 by 1/2 square stock, cut 4 inches long. You make a 2 3/4 inch cut this way, flip it 90, cut 1 3/4 this way. Alright, as you can see, your two cuts overlap, and that's how you get your diamond in the middle of the cross. Alright, I'm going to put it in the fire and we'll start getting it hot. When I'm making these, I like to use my rivet tongs, and once I get to doing it, you'll see why. But anyway, we'll get her good and hot and start opening it up. And when you're doing this, you want to get a consistent heat all the way through it, or if you don't, it's not going to bend and open up correctly. All right, ready to go. You don't have to drive it down hard. Heat this side here. Using coke, it don't take long to heat this up at all. If you're not careful, you'll burn it up. Alright, we're going to open the other side. Starting to take shape. When you're straightening it, I'd suggest using a smaller hammer. It just seems to work better. And at this point, don't worry about getting it straight. Because once you start distressing it with the hammer, it's gonna twist and bend anyway. All right. So we've got our basic cross done. What I'm fixing to do next is look and see which side looks the best, which would be this side, and I'm gonna heat that end up and cut it off. Like I said, that won't take but just a second to heat it up. And when you're doing this part, do not cut the top off too far. You can always come back and trim a little more off. And you really don't want it. Now I'm going to heat it right back up again to distress it. We'll do that with a ball peen hammer. flip it around and do the bottom, and then we'll put the coloring on it, the brass. Now's when you want to kind of do your straightening, make sure everything's squared up. All right, first you're going to take your regular brush and clean it up. And then you want to find you a good cheap brass brush. The expensive ones don't seem to work as good. And you just kind of start rubbing. You don't want to do it when it's got color to it, because you'll just be wasting your time. There's just a small range of temperature that the brass comes off the brush and applies to the metal. Too hot, it doesn't work. Too cold, it doesn't work. And once you put it on there, you can't reheat. You've got two completely different alloys, and as far as quenching and that sort of, you don't ever want to quench it either, because the brass is going to cool a lot quicker than the steel, and it'll come off. So what you want to do is be rubbing, and when it hits that temperature, it'll just come right off and go on to the metal, which I think is cool. There's your cross. Like I said, don't quench it, let it cool by itself. I'd suggest waxing it when you get through with just good clear wax.